So as part of the title splitting course, we have now got lenders that are lending up to 85% of the purchase price, which is unbelievable because you can only then now need to find about 15% deposit to buy these blocks of flats. Not only that, depending on what you find and how we teach you to find these amazing blocks that are below market value, you can potentially be getting almost 100% of the purchase price. Of course, there's some caveats to that, so you have to find, and we teach you how to do that. We buy ourselves below market value blocks that will then eventually refinance out, so you can take all your money out. So typically, let's say for example, you will find a block that's £1 million, 10 flats in it, and on exit they'll be worth, let's say, from £100,000 each to about £150,000 each, so 50k uplift on each flat, which is very realistic depending on how you've sourced it. Then that's 500 grand worth of uplift. So that 1 million goes to 1.5 million pound of revaluation. You will then get up to 85% of that 1.5 million. So really, ultimately, you're probably looking at very little money of your own to invest in. So I'm not sure why people are still buying HMOs, still buying one-bedroom flats, still trying to do commercial conversion. That takes years to convert, let alone that you're trying to buy land and build. Land is the most expensive thing to buy at the moment. It used to be a third on the value of the land, a third on the build, and a third in profit. Now it's more like 40 to 45% on the land, 40% is around the labor costs and material, and then the rest of it is the profit bit. So in that way, it's really expensive now to actually be investing in new build development. So I would be saying to you that you should be looking at a way of using less of your money, buying more units at a time that will then yield you more rent as you go along. So stop messing about with HMOs. The regulation is ridiculous, let alone the fact that the cost of development is huge. Article 4 is going to be a pain in the backside for everybody. If you don't know what Article 4 is, then you shouldn't really begin into HMOs to begin with. But Article 4 is basically where councils designate areas in their council areas where you're not allowed to have HMOs. So there's a lot of changes and mess that if you don't know about, you end up buying the wrong thing at the wrong price. So what should you be doing? Well, really educate yourself around how to buy blocks of flats, buy multiple blocks or buy multiple flats in a block. So eventually you end up with, let's say, the average block that we'll buy is between 6 to 10 in a block. So if you buy a block of 6 and you buy 2 blocks a year, that's 12. On average, each unit in a block will yield, with a high interest rate of around 5.5%, 6%, will yield you about £300 per month. So 12 will give you 3.5 grand a month by the time you finish year 1. So let's round it up to £3,000. So that's £3,000 per month each month for the foreseeable, and you do that same thing. You buy 2 blocks in year 2, 2 blocks in year 3, 4 and 5. So within year 5 you are achieving £15,000 of net income per month and that's how I've been able to build wealth over time. Is quite frankly, like everybody, we bought a single buy to let, then went to HMOs, then went to commercial conversion, then did some development, other type of development, ground up, and then eventually came to this title split. Title split is about complexity and it's solving complex problem that people don't know and get stuck in. So a lot of the time people come to me and say, oh, I bought this block, can you help me do this and that and the other? And sometimes, a lot of the time, that's why they're ringing, because they got stuck with something. With title split, it's about the complexity, and the way I coach with curated property education is we'll give you everything you need, from the education about how to find these blocks to which lawyers to use, which broker to use, which lender to use, which bridging finance to use. We connect you with all the dots, and as you go along, not you sit in one room one day and you get all the information and you go off. The one-to-one is actually about hand-holding you through the whole process. That's why loads of my mentees are succeeding. And next month we launch our podcast. You will see on the first tranche of the podcast, I've got mentees come down from all over the country to help and share what they've achieved by being on the one-to-one and how much support they've got from me, being able to then overcome challenges as they go along. Imagine you go to a block and there's a sliver of land that comes with it. What do? Who do you talk to? Do you buy it? Do you not buy it? You buy a block and it's got some tenants in it. But some tenants have got ASTs, some tenants haven't got ASTs. Do you buy it? Do you not buy it? And these are the challenges that people have to face. When you go to a single day course, you're not going to get a hand-holding process. When you are working with, you get 25 years of shortcuts. You get your team, you get your lawyers, brokers, bankers, architects, floor plan designers, tax advisors, everything in one place. And then you get me, 25 years of experience that will handhold you through, connect you with all of these people. So my plea to you on a Sunday, look how sunny it is today. It's an amazing day. Make some decisions. It's March 25. If you're not going to make decision now, when you're a quarter of the way in of the new year, when are you going to do it? So stop waiting, start doing. And to do that, just contact me, azid@quidditygroup.co.uk. Set up a 10-minute call with me. Let's just have a chat about what you want to achieve. Realistically, you need to have capital. Don't come to me and you're doing vendor finance and all that nonsense. I'm not that. If you are brand new to the industry, you don't know how the market works, don't come to me, because quite frankly, I haven't got time to teach you how the buy-to-let market works. But if you are watching this and you've got a bit of a wealth behind you, you've got some properties behind you, typically most of my mentees have got portfolios or at least one or two properties that they've already done. They've got capital somewhere between £50,000 as a bare minimum upwards, because I am not that magic one that I'm going to say to you, come and I'm going to make you a millionaire next week. I'm also not the magic one that's going to say, but you know what, you don't need any money, we can find money for you from other vendors, or they'll let you buy their property on this kind of lease purchase options. All of the stuff, sometimes when it's too good to be true, it probably is. And the hard graft is actually save your money, get it into a lump, refinance some of the projects that you've got already. If you've got a portfolio, get that money ready, and let's start to talk about how you then deploy that money in a much more efficient way, which is then allowing you to buy these multiple blocks. So my name is Azid. I've been investing for the last 25 years, focusing now the last 15 years in title split, and we've built a really decent amount of properties over the years. I've got a full team of people ready and able to help you, from lawyers to bankers to myself, property managers. You can come and actually book a session with me on a one-to-one for an hour. We can go through your own projects as well as then join the actual course on a one-to-one. It lasts for first 4 weeks. I teach you everything you need to know, and then you get 12 months of hand holding you through the process as you go along to then execute on your first title split and recycle your money out. Click the link, have a look at what we offer, and then hopefully we'll see you soon.